Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler for you. Series videos I've been doing for a little while now. I'll go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. It just started drizzling, so you might hear some rain. Rain is a good noise. Gives ambiance. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering around about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. That is essentially the case today. Got off work about an hour ago. Putzed around a little bit afterwards, just talking with coworkers. But I knew even while I was talking with them, was like, as soon as I'm out of here, I know directly where I'm going. Because if you watch a channel, for long enough, then you might know it's coming. Because, it was a bit of a day at work. Not like an epically bad day or anything, but it was a taxing day. It was one of those things where, like, a lot of things didn't go the way that I wanted them to, and I ended up very frustrated on numerous occasions because I was trying to bounce around and do too many things at once But anyway. And so, typically speaking, when I've had a bit of a day, I want to go over there and get myself a nice frozen treat. So, I ended up going back out to, boom, Tropical Smoothie Cafe. I got their watermelon mojito smoothie, which I've actually already reviewed. In fact, I've reviewed enough Tropical Smoothie Cafe stuff. I have an entire playlist for just Tropical Smoothie Cafe reviews. So obviously I'm not re-reviewing this, but it is super tasty and I like it. But I did get some food because, look at me. Boom! What is it? What am I reviewing for you folks? This happens to be, it's a new item. This is their new Cali breakfast flatbread, which consists of your choice of grilled chicken or sausage. I got grilled chicken because it felt more California-y, I guess. Eggs, smoked cheese blend, smashed avocado, and a chipotle mayo. Ooh. Sure, why not? And actually, when I first went to order it, I didn't see the or in between the chicken and the sausage. So when the girl was like, "What kind of protein do you want?" I was like, "Doesn't it come with chicken and sausage?" She's like, "No, you gotta choose one or the other." Wow, okay. That's a bit of a messy flatbread, but okay. That's all right. Just more of it to love, folks. With the thickness. So let's try to get a thing for the thing. It looks like that. Ha 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 ha. Maybe. Ha 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 ha. Well, kind of, yeah. But anyway, let's give it a go. That's actually really nice. I'm not surprised, mind you. I don't think I've ever had anything from Tropical Smoothie Cafe that I've disliked. Worst case scenario, sometimes I'm a little bit disappointed, but despite like smoothies being their namesake, their food selection is actually pretty damn good. Lots of avocado, lots of chipotle mayo. Which makes for an interesting flavor blend because, avocado, it's more mellow, a little bit more down to earth, a little bit fattier. And then the mayo, it's got that chipotle behind it, so it's got a little bit of a zing to it, so, yeah, nice flavor pairing. I enjoy it. Chicken is cooked fine. It's probably not the most impressive aspect of the overall flavor, but it's not bad chicken. And even with the big flavors going on, you do still taste it. It's the benefit of grilling it. So you do still get some of that chicken flavor. The cheese blend is nice. It loses out a little bit to the avocado and the mayo. It's kind of, if I had to sort of put it in a tier list, the avocado and the chipotle mayo are about dead even. Like, in terms of the amount of flavor I'm getting from both of those, sometimes it's a little bit more zingy, sometimes a little bit more avocado-y, but either or. After that, I'd say it's probably the chicken. And then after that, it's the cheese blend. Like, the cheese blend, not a bad idea, and it definitely makes for a very mushy flatbread. And I mean that in kind of a nice way. It just, it's kind of there. It offers a little something, a little extra, but yeah, it's definitely the least impressive of the flavors at hand. Oh, and you got eggs in there, too. I forgot about the eggs. Well, if I'm adding something to the tier structure then, because we have eggs in there, the eggs would be under the cheese blend. They're more filler than they are anything else. All the other flavors are just a bit too pronounced for the egg to really have a huge impact. But, again, it's nice as a filler. I will say, put you over there. Sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. I will say, this is it's considered a breakfast flatbread. Obviously, it's got the eggs in there. For me, it's much less of a breakfast flatbread and much more of a California-style flatbread. Now, granted, if I'd gotten the sausage, that could have kind of swayed it in the other direction. But, like, the avocado, the chipotle mayo, as I'm eating this, although, I am getting a little bit from the egg, and I am thinking much more in terms of, like, a lunch item or something like that than I am anything breakfast-related. But I do still like it. And two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I think I would say yes and yes, with the caveat being that this would not be one of my go-to items from their food menu. I definitely have had other items that I've preferred. In fact, I did like their spinach feta pesto wrap or something like that. Go watch that review. That was another of their breakfast ones. I really, really enjoyed that one. This one I like. It's just, again, I think it's, for me, I like all the flavors that are at play. And there's nothing I dislike about it, but it's like, in terms of it being like a breakfast flatbread, that's kind of where I get a little bit stalled. And, again, maybe with the sausage, that would be kind of, a little bit of a different impact. But, I mean, for what it is, all the flavors work, for sure. It definitely has that sort of California flavor profile going for it. Not that I've ever been to California, but, I've heard the tales. But it's all nice. It all works well. It's all tasty enough and everything. It's just, I think there's other ones that for me, I prefer, I feel like they have a little bit more, as much as it has that California sort of profile to it. There's other ones that I prefer the profiles of, but fundamentally there's nothing I dislike about it. And if I'm recommending it, I would absolutely recommend it because, again, it really is just one of those things. Like, if the description sounds appealing to you, then I would say give it a go, because the flavors that are being presented, in the description are essentially the flavors that you're getting, It's just, again, maybe a little bit heavier on certain aspects than others. I mean, if you don't like avocado, but then why would you get it in the first place if you don't like avocado? I'm just saying. But just in general, it's a nice flatbread. It's tasty enough. I like the interesting elements to it. It's got a little complexity, not a lot, but it's got, again, like the the avocado and the chipotle mayo, kind of what they're doing. You know, if I were to go over there and make any adjustment, I would maybe dial those back just a little bit, just to kind of let everything else sort of shine through. But yeah, even then, still very good. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there, have yourselves a truly flatbread-tastic rest of your life. Flatbreads are good. That's just a thing. Cultures around the world have known about it for years and centuries and all the things. And, you know, now here in the United States, we're finally getting around to it. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do all... Excuse me. What you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in a situation where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, here's my question for you. What's your personal opinion on, again, sort of the California profile, you know, like the flavors that they tend to be known for, the chipotle and the avocado and stuff like that. And mind you, like, that's obviously extremely broad strokes. California, of course, has, I'm sure, a wonderful food scene. I've never been there again, but, you hear about it and stuff. We do get their pizza kitchens here in Illinois. They're fine. I don't think they compare to proper Illinois pizza, but, they have a place. I've certainly been to a couple of them on occasion. I've, in fact, thought about reviewing, some California pizza kitchen stuff, but it's just I don't have any that close to me, and it's kind of a bit of a pain in the ass. But let me know if you'd be interested in that, by the way. That'd be, maybe it'll sway me one way or the other.